I want you to see what I have. So we're going to start off with a whole lot of vegetables. So I did some of the prep on the vegetables already. So we have zucchini, green beans, fresh broccoli, and I did get some of the prices of these. So the broccoli was like $1.87. I have to look at the zucchini. Zucchini was like, I think, $1.50. The green beans, I think, were the most expensive at $2. I think they were $2.57. I used fresh green beans. And then I have colored peppers, which were about $2.99 for a pack of 3. So what we're going to do to make it really easy for yourself during the weekday, you're going to do a pan meal. So normally I would put the chicken on the pan and the vegetables in the pan, but on this one I'm just going to do all the vegetables in one pan and all the chicken on one. So I'm going to season these individually. I'm going to use the same thing, but for the sake of just making it easier, I put them in Ziploc bags. And what I'm going to use to season, you're probably asking. So I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm just going to use some garlic, some Italian seasoning, some Himalayan salt, which if you like to use iodized salt, you can use that. The only difference, Himalayan salt may have, it's less processed. So if you want something less processed, you can use a Himalayan salt, and just some of your basic black pepper. And then I'm going to use some extra virgin olive oil in, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit and then toss these around, and then we're going to put them in the pan. So try to do this. So I'm going to be really heavy-handed because I love garlic. So they're going to be really garlicky. We're just going to season everything, and this is really easy. When you're prepping these vegetables, the kids can prep vegetables. The husband can come in and prep vegetables. You don't have to do all this yourself. This isn't going to be like you stuck in the kitchen all day. We're going to eliminate this. This can be a Sunday. So we got all these with garlic. We're going to mix all those up. I'm using Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning is a really great way to add a lot of seasonings without having to take out a lot of bottles, because it does contain marjoram, basil, rosemary, thyme, oregano, and sage. So you can use Italian seasoning for your vegetables. You can also, one thing my sister always uses, she uses like Old Bay. You can use that. So I'm just going to, in all these, I'm going to add a little bit of Italian, or a lot of bit of Italian seasoning. And this is just from, I think I got this from Aldi. So just, be generous if you like your seasoning. And those of you who are just coming in, I'm doing a pan of vegetables. So we have broccoli, zucchini. You're going to see how beautiful the coloring looks on it. And colored peppers. And we're just going to put this all in the pan. Okay. So now that we have those all seasoned up, I'm going to wait to do the salt and pepper when I get them on the pan. I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil. So I'm just going to use the cap, this will be about a teaspoon. And I'm just going to put that in each of these. And we're going to shake these up. Move that over here. Welcome in, everybody who's just coming in. This is almost going to be like a shake and bake, except it's going to be with fresh vegetables. So you're going to shake everything up. And I'm actually going to spray the pan because I don't want them to stick, and I didn't use a lot of oil. But like I said, you can prep these vegetables a day ahead. I prepped them last night, and then you can come home. If you're going to either cook these on the weekend, or if you're going to cook them when you get home from work, and just have a baking sheet. And now we're just going to shake and going to dump all these out. And you're going to see how beautiful and colorful this is. And roasted vegetables, honestly, to me, taste so good. Sorry. Hopefully I can fit all these on the pan. You can also add onion on this. And there is a lot of green on this. You want to try to keep it one level, so that way it'll cook evenly. And I may have to put my pepper. So this is one pan. We have all of our green vegetables. And if you want to just put a little more seasoning on there, because I like a lot of seasoning on mine, I'm going to put a little bit more of that Italian seasoning. I'm going to add my salt and pepper. And then I'm going to add a little more pepper, a little pepper in there. And these vegetables, if you cook them ahead of time, they will last in the refrigerator for about 3 days. We usually cook ours ahead of time, and if we heat them up multiple times, about 3 days we can keep these in here, sometimes even longer, but I probably, for 3 days, you know, they're still going to be fresh and good. And the pepper's getting to me. Woo! I think this pan is ready. I'm going to do one little spray of oil, of cooking spray, and I'm using olive oil cooking spray. I really like to use avocado oil also, but first I'm going to give that a spray. Set that over here. And then we're going to use, this pan is going to be chicken and vegetables. So I'm doing the vegetables first because I do not want to use my same hands with my vegetables that I use with my chicken. I wouldn't want to wash them in between. So just going to throw the colored peppers on there. And I want you to notice I cut the colored peppers into chunks. And this way they'll cook a little bit more evenly with the other thing like the chicken. Because if you have them in like slivers, they're going to cook too fast and get super mushy. So you might want to do like a nice sized chunk if you're doing them in the oven. So we have those already. I'm going to move this pan over here. There you go, babe. And now I have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I chose boneless, skinless chicken thighs because they cook faster. Without the skin, they have less fat. And so you can cook these in the oven a lot quicker if you're going to do them in the oven, if you're going to do them on the stove or in the air fryer, much quicker. So I'm just going to season these with a little garlic. Actually, I'm just going to use the same things that I use for, a lot of garlic comes out of this thing, for the, for the vegetables. We're going to use our garlic. I'm going to use some Italian seasoning, and you can use whatever you want. I'm just choosing these because these are really easy ones, and most people have them. And like I said, Italian seasoning is great because you get lots of seasonings in one little package. You don't have to take out a whole bunch of different seasonings. And then I'm going to do some salt and pepper. And then just to, if you need to do low sodium, skip the salt and just do more seasonings. Or use like a Mrs. Dash or something that is a salt-free seasoning. I'm going to try to mix this out. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Oh my gosh. And we're going to add some olive oil to this. I think I'm going to have to add some more seasoning to it too. So as I said, these are just boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Excuse me. And for a pack of these at Aldi, I can't remember how many pound pack I had the thing here. It was like $5. So I have 2 packs, which is about 12 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I'm going to add some more seasoning. And like I said, you can add whatever you want. I'm just adding the easiest ones that you can use across multiple dishes. And then even if you made this chicken and say you decided you wanted to have a stir fry, you can add like an Asian seasoning in with that. Or you wanted to have a Greek chicken, or you wanted to have, you wanted to put this in a stir fry like Charlotte made last week with her vegetables, and saying you had chicken left over, do a stir fry. Put your vegetables in, get those seasoned up, do your Asian or whatever, chop the leftover chicken, put it in there. You can do a barbecue pulled chicken if you have leftover chicken. So we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. I got misplaced my cat. Oh, there it is.
Fortune 500 CEO.
Make sure you guys are muting when you're coming in. So we can avoid the background noise. So I just add a little bit of olive oil, and I'm going to mix this all up. And I'll probably add some more seasoning because there's not a lot of seasoning on there. You can also use like a smoked paprika. I like to use that. Just whatever seasoning you guys desire. So this is going to cook in the oven. I have my oven set for 375. I'm going to bring my pan back over and show you how I'm going to put this on the pan. So we've been here cooking for what, about 10 minutes, and we already have a meal ready to go in the oven. And now you can put this in the oven and walk away. So I'm just going to lay these out nice and flat. And that's the good thing about the boneless, skinless chicken thighs is you don't have to cook them as long. But you want to make sure they're cooked all the way through. So you want to make sure that the juices running through them are clear. Or if you're going to be really technical, and I'll probably ask my husband, you can check the temperature with a thermometer, which I don't do. My husband does better at that. I don't do that, but is it what, 165? 165 internal temperature for your chicken. And there we go. All right, so we have our pan with our chicken and peppers. And then we have our pan with all of our green vegetables. Now the oven's set for 375. I'm going to stick these in here and I'm going to set the timer for 15. I cook them 15 to 20 minutes and I'll check them. I'll set it for 15 minutes and then we'll come back over and check them. So look, you can just go, you got your dinner in here, now you can go sit down and relax. So I'm going to stick these in here. And I preset the oven for 375. Ooh, that pepper is getting me. I'm about to sneeze again.